We lock and load, Allen Pass. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. Yeah. We lock and load, Allen Pass. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. Yeah. We lock and load, Allen Pass. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in on another Wednesday night edition of the Allen Powell Show. Got a lot to discuss tonight. Let's see if we can get it all through. The Bears had an NFL draft. Got to talk about the draft picks, what you like, what you don't like. Shedeur Sanders dropped in the draft, gets prank called by the son of defensive coordinator. Multiple players got pranked. Lakers down 3-1. Pacers eliminate Bucks, and Tyrese Haliburton dad got smoked for Giannis. But we're going to start off with the NBA playoffs and tonight's action that's going on right now. We got CJ on YouTube. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure y'all share the live so y'all people can see it, comment, and we will get to the comments. We have action going on right now. Rockets and Warriors. Last time I checked, Rockets was spanking the Warriors, looking to take it back to Oakland. I think, they were favored probably to win this game. It's do or die situation for the Rockets. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vic. Did you pick the Rockets to win this series?
It ain't over. Yeah, I did.
I just want to know how you feeling now. 3-1 Golden State. How do you feel about your pick? And then what's been the key for you in this series?
I knew it wasn't gonna be easy. I thought that they would split in Oakland. Them losing that game the other night, that kind of hurt them a little bit, man. That kind of hurt them a little bit. But
what's been your key in this?
I mean, they would been able to kind of slow stuff down a little bit, but guys like playoff Jimmy that showed up. He came back after that injury, and people don't. We always talk about him, but he don't get enough credit for his offense, man. Like he's been putting up 24, 23 points for 10 years in a row, 11 years in a row, something like that.
Yeah. He been doing his thing for sure. Brian, if you've been paying attention to this series, man, what have you thought about this series so far, and who did you pick initially going into the series?
I was riding with Golden State initially because I just thought the inexperience, the youth over there in Houston would ultimately be the deciding factor. You know what I mean? So, but they're a hell of a team, scrappy, young. But I just think that veteran savvy over there in Golden State is a little too much.
CJ on YouTube says Rockets they killing right now. We all expect, man, when you go back home, you expect players to play better. Jalen Green has been hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get out of him. 38, game 2, single digits the other 2 games. So that's signs of a young player, inconsistency, and he's showing the inconsistency. And I know I said on a previous show that Houston has a good mix of young veterans, but the veterans of Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks, they're not typically scorers like that. The type of veterans like Jimmy Butler in Golden State, he's the number 2 option in Golden State. And we know he can get a bucket or get to the free throw line. And I just think with Houston, they didn't have the type of veteran presence that when stuff get ugly, I can go to him and get a basket, And so if I remember, trying to remember, Vic, do you remember who I picked in this series?
I think you took Golden State. I think you did.
I think
I think he took Golden State. Yeah, bro. Games on the road is a different animal in the NBA playoffs, bro. Like the road games are different. You have to be on your A game, and they just wasn't one of them games. You know what I'm saying? The other night they had that game. They were down. They came back. They had a chance to win game 4, but like he said, that veteran savvy and the inexperience cost them down the stretch.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been like key turnovers at certain moments in the game where veteran leadership, that's supposed to be where Dylan Brooks and especially Fred VanVleet being a point guard, supposed to get them into a good play. But like I said, he's an undersized point guard if we just being real. He's a good, tough player, but he's an undersized point guard. You can't go to him to get a basket. All you can do is go to him for veteran leadership to get the team in the right position to get a good basket. But they couldn't get it. They couldn't get it. Sengun had a chance to win the last game on a play against Draymond. We seen Draymond chirping after the play. You know, he was up for the defensive player of the year, didn't win it. But we seen in key situations, he shut down the best player. And, you know, he contested. Sengun missed the play, missed the shot. They win. But they just need a veteran guy that they can go to get a bucket. And I think they might win tonight because they're at home. But I think Golden State closes it out in Oakland. So, Game 5 is going on right now. According to the comments, CJ says Rockets still killing right now, and it looks like they're going to go on and probably win this game and take it back to Oakland. But I think we all agree that it's over in 6 in Golden State. Anybody choosing otherwise? Is anybody choosing otherwise?
I think it's gonna get back to Houston for Game 7.
What? He's sticking with his pick. That's all that is. Hey, Brian, he's sticking with his pick, man.
He's sticking with his guns. He going
I didn't say they were gonna win. Baby. I didn't say Houston was gonna win it. I said it's gonna get back to Houston for Game 7.
So you picking Houston in Game 6 too then?
Yeah.
Hey, you might as well just stick with your pick if
they gonna ride with. I said it hurt him in the last game, but first thing I said though when you asked me, I said it's not over. The series not over until the last second is ticked off of the last game, bro. I've seen some crazy things. If Golden State win, I'm gonna tip my cap to them. They've been there before. But I think the Rockets still have a chance in this series, bro. All they gotta do is to finish up tonight and then go in there. Play they brand the ball, and it's gonna be close at the end. It's gonna be close at the end in the next game. It's gonna be close.
Are you still picking the Rockets right now, knowing what you know, knowing what the series is at? Are you still picking the Rockets to win the series?
I mean, that was my original pick. I came back up off of them, like jump ship in the middle of the series because they down, bro. Like until it's over, I gotta ride with them.
Okay, right on. I respect that. Let's move on to let's get to the comments first before we move on. Let's see. Facebook, Piff, no fake love, Rockets in 7. You got some support right there, Vic.
Rockets in 7, baby.
Right. Rockets in 7. I don't know if he's from Houston or a cousin of yours or what, but you got some
I don't know who that is, man.
There. That's my brother right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's up, bro?
You got support. I want to let's go to last night's game, man. Pacers eliminate the Bucks. Tyrese Haliburton dad approaches Giannis. And I also want to know will Giannis leave? But let's talk about the Pacers and Bucks. And let's talk about the situation with Tyrese Haliburton dad, because after the game he goes up to Giannis, goes face to face. You know, he's waving the flag, the Pacers flag, and I think he's very, very emotional about his son. Can't contain himself and walks up to Giannis. I think this is out of control. Look how much Giannis is towering over him. Giannis is a freak of nature. Look at the guns on Giannis. Like, he's lucky. I can see Giannis just kind of lifting him up, like getting ready to choke slam him. Like, yo, it could have picked him up. Like, you know, and he eventually apologized. But what do y'all think about him getting on the court and approaching Giannis?
He was out of line, man. Pops had a little too much to drink, and he was enjoying the night, and he was out of line. Simple as that. I'm not going to make no excuse for him because he's an older guy, nothing like that. He still was out of line, bro. Like, the game was over with. Get out of that man's face. Go celebrate with your son, and let them guys get up off of the court. He had no business being that close to that man on that court. He had no business being where he was, and that's just my take on it. Pops was out of line. He was just a little bubbly. You know what I'm saying? Things got a little emotional. He had too much to drink. Said some things that he probably regret today. You know, everything is water under the bridge after that. You know what I'm saying? But Pops was just out of line. Tyrese even came out and said it. He's like, yeah, you know, Pops was, you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been there.
We all know, yes, alcohol can play a factor. Liquor courage. You know, you start doing stuff you don't normally do. Brian, what's your thoughts about Tyrese Haliburton's dad?
Yeah, he was wrong, but from an entertainment standpoint, I kind of liked it. I ain't gonna lie. He waving the towel with his son on there. He almost was living vicariously through his son in that moment. He got a little carried away. I salute Giannis for having the composure, not the Donkey Kong on that man's head. You know what I'm saying? Also, but yeah, I just think he got carried away. He could have handled it better. I do like the fact that he came out and put a statement out there, and I think we can move on. Ultimately, you know, we done seen worse. You know what I mean? So,
Now,
you know, I think they can move on from it.
push back on you a little bit because you said you liked it for the entertainment factor. What if the entertainment factor would have been him choke slamming Tyrese Haliburton dad because he walked up on him?
Oh,
What the
oh
entertainment
man.
for you?
The views would have went, even NBA views would have went through the roof, baby. This UFC, NBA, no. But yeah. I mean, that's the unfortunately that's what could have happened. You know, he'd have ran up on Charles Oakley or one of them guys like that. He'd have got his head busted. So you know, it's like I say, it was just fun to see. I could imagine. I think I put myself in that position as a father. My son win a playoff game on a clutch bucket. They gonna have to hold me back too. I
If,
ain't gonna lie.
if you commissioner, then what? How you feeling about it? If you the commissioner?
If I'm commissioner, we gonna have a talk with Tyrese's dad. You know, we might not suspend him or ban him, but we're gonna have a conversation. Hey, we can't have you doing that, pops. Not only for your safety, player safety. When you a fan at this point, coming on the court, that's a no.
Uh, ADL on YouTube says his dad was out of pocket. Justin Camperlaw, the lawyer, says people are overreacting. Shocker. CJ says out of line.
Out of line.
Vic, do you think he should be banned? Some of the chatter has been he should be banned. You know,
You know what? Hey, bro, at first I said yeah, but then, you know what I'm saying, after I thought on it more, nah, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, bro? It was a heat of the moment. Like I said, the way Giannis handled it made it not a big deal, bro. Yeah, I'll be honest. The way Giannis handled it, not a big deal. He let them talk his stuff. They had their little words, and then it was over with. It got to be a big deal when everybody else started coming over there. Giannis was just basically telling him, like, get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Just please, excuse yourself.
if you the commissioner, Vic, are you having a talk with him though? Are you having a talk?
I definitely am. I definitely am. There's got to be some guidelines. There's got to be something that we can't have you doing that, because if you did that to Ron Artest, he's gonna knock you down the street. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a different atmosphere, bro. He can't be doing that to certain people. Certain people gonna pop off. Like Ja. Just imagine he get up in Ja face like that.
Yeah, Ja. Yeah.
Ja probably get suspended for half of the season because Ja probably go put hands on him.
And you already know he got a history, so they.
And Ja would be 100% wrong, but at the same token, you'll have some saying, why is that man out of that part of the court in a player's face? What's the security risk? I'm just saying, what if he had something like a sharp object on him or something and tried to, stab Giannis or something? I'm not saying he did have that, but these are the type of things that you have to think about when these guys are facing that close to another athlete, talking to the lawyer. I'm talking to the lawyer with this one, talking about, we overreacted. No, we're not overreacted, man.
I want to get my guy in real quick because I know he at the gig. He can't be on long. He's a Pacers fan. You can tell by the comments that he's leaving on here. Go ahead and talk your stuff. Your Pacers won. I'm giving you the screen while you got a couple of minutes at work. Go ahead, bro.
I've been listening a little bit. I do think that people are overreacting, man. Tyrese Haliburton father comes on the court on every game. All I gotta say is beehive, shuck and jive, ha, we staying alive, Pacers and 5. That's all I know. They said Tyrese was the most overrated player in the NBA. He got Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the top 3 players in the NBA MVP candidate. Took him 1-on-1, scored on him. It ended up with 26, 9, and 5. He played an amazing game. That is one of the most amazing playoff moments we have all seen. I think they said it's been 1,609 games where a team has been up by 7 points with 40 seconds left, and that's the first time a team came back and won. And I know most people don't watch the Pacers all year, but in their last 10 games, they had 6 or 7 games where they were up against insurmountable odds, and they did this. So watch out for the Pacers, man. They're going to give the Cavs a run for their money. I don't know if they're going to win that next series, but it's going to be a lot more competitive than what people think.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid. He's feeling himself. He's talking the talk. I gave him the camera time. He think they got a chance to go to the finals. I think he's out of control. They're not going to the finals. But talk your talk. I ain't gonna hate on you. You know what I'm saying? If you drinking the Kool-Aid,
I ain't never say go. I ain't never say go to the finals. I said they're going to compete a lot better, and they have a chance to beat the Cavs. They have a chance to beat the Cavs.
Chance to go all the way. That's what you told me on the golf course. I remember.
Well, hey, if Jason Tatum, somebody sprained an ankle or something, you never know. They got a chance. They do got a chance.
You can hear the brother with the noise in the background. He at the gig. I don't want you to get fired, but I appreciate you coming on, talking your talk for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, do your work, man. We'll get you back another time. That's Mr. Tell the Truth, everybody. So he's a Lakers fan. You know, he's feeling himself right now. CJ saying he's a Pacers fan too. Look, he's such a Pacers fan. He said, "Oh, don't do nothing to the dad. Let him talk his talk." But if it was like y'all said, if it was Ron Artest, Draymond, Ja, somebody that's a knucklehead, then we got a chance to have a malice in the palace situation again. If it was a Pistons, not just the campus said, if it was a Pistons, now pump the brakes. No, you can't pick and choose when you want to pump the brakes, bro. You a lawyer. You can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose. Either it's good or it ain't good. That's it. Those are two choices. Not no if it's the Pistons, then don't do that. You can't pick and choose. Janet Lombardi checking in on YouTube. Hey, hello, Miss Lombardi. We're gonna get to the Bears in the draft in a minute, so please stay in tune and give me your thoughts about the Bears draft picks. But we're gonna get to that in a little bit. But I want to get back to the Pacers and Bucks. I want to take it over to the Bucks side because there's been a lot of conversation about Giannis might leave. You know, Damian Lillard just tore his Achilles, probably gonna miss majority of next season. We don't know how it's gonna look when he comes back. The Bucks don't look nearly the team that they looked like when they won a championship. Them trading Drew Holiday, changing the culture of the whole team, and Giannis going to have a chance to make a decision to leave if he wants to. Now, on previous show, somebody said that he really talks about the Bulls a lot. He likes the Bulls. So I was saying, you know what? I hope the Bucks do get put out. I hope the relationship dwindles, and somehow, some way, he come over to Chicago. What do you think about Giannis leaving, Vic? How do you feel? Do you think Giannis might leave?
I think there's a very strong possibility. I can't say 100% he's gone, but there's a very strong possibility. And this has been inevitable. Even when he signed those deals a couple years ago, before they even lost this year, last year, they like borrowed time with Milwaukee. They not able to put the championship squad around him like he need at this time. He's getting to that age, to the twilight, like the veteranship. What is he, like 30, 31, 32 now?
Something like that. He might be younger than that, man. Like, you know, he came in the league. I remember when he was going against the Bulls. It was a baby, and he had to develop. But I look it up to see his age.
But I would love to see him in the Bulls uniform, man. I mean, he even said himself in his press conference. He said, "Who wouldn't want to play for the Bulls?" Those were his exact words. He's like, "Man, their history, everything." He said, regardless of what's going on now, they don't really have any fun. He said, "When you come in here, you see all those banners, man." He said, regardless, he said, "You see all those banners when you come in here." He said, "I want to be a part of something like that."
And he's 30 years old, by the way, so he's still young in NBA years.
Yeah, he's young enough. I wasn't saying that he's a veteran now. He's ready to, he won once. He's ready to start competing more, not just playing.
Hey, Justin Capilano on YouTube, don't get your hopes up, Bulls fan. Hey man, we're not dealing with that show, bro.
No negativity. I'm tuning out all negativity tonight.
Yeah, positive vibes over here, brother. Don't bring that negativity, man, on this show. We ain't doing that. We got high hopes around here. We got some young Bulls, some young Thundercats, and we can use Giannis in the locker room. Brian, what you think about Giannis leaving? Is it a possibility? Justin says he's not leaving. Do you think he's going to stay with Milwaukee, or is it a chance he leaves?
I think with his loyalty that he has displayed over the years, it's a strong chance that he stays. But the way that he's been setting up his contracts with, he hasn't been signing the max in terms of years. He's been signing short deals, and he basically aligned himself with the ability to leave when Dame's contract is up. So I think with those with the writing on the wall, it looks like he's ready to go to a bigger market and try for a ring somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about him coming to the Bulls?
I mean, I've heard like what Vic said. I heard that a couple years ago when he said that, and I've been keeping my fingers crossed ever since.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that he's a guy that could come here and the shadow of Jordan won't necessarily phase him like or intimidate him, scare him away like it has a lot of free agents over the years. So I definitely I hope that he meant what he said in terms of wanting to come here to such a historic tradition, historic franchise.
Justin Campbell says Giannis have a better chance to go into LA. Nobody wants to
Yeah, I
hear that.
mean,
Nobody.
at the end of the day, that's fine. Hey, he getting out of there. You just said he ain't going nowhere. He
Yeah,
getting up out of there.
yeah.
He
Justin
getting up
Campbell.
out of there.
Justin Campbell all over the place. He say not leaving. Then he say got a better chance
He
of
ain't
going.
going to LA, but he wouldn't. He's not going to LA.
And then
It-
to, I think it's
Okay,
no.
if he going to LA, then LeBron retiring because you can't pay all three of those guys
Yeah,
$30 million a piece. You can't pay. You can get away with two. You can't pay three guys $30 million a piece. Or
it'll be hard.
you can't.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he can't go to Denver. Who they gonna move? Jokic?
Yeah, we
You know
know
what I
that's a
mean?
small market. They don't want to pay anyway. You know, so
Right. I'm about to say Dallas don't want to pay the super max to anybody. That's why they traded Luka. Like you got teams out there that don't want to spend the money. The Bulls want to spend it. They just couldn't get the guys over the years.
and Denver couldn't keep KCP or Bruce Brown. Do you think they're gonna go after
Oh,
Giannis?
yeah.
Not happening. And I know those two are not in the category of Giannis, but it's not happening. They're not paying the money.
No.
The money.
No. Now, some teams that I could see a young team like the Rockets because they have draft picks, they have future draft picks, they have young assets that they can flip and return. I can see somebody like that try to do like a sign and trade of that. But it boils down to Giannis because literally Giannis can basically, even though he's not a free agent, he can force his next destination because he has that much juice.
Right.
He's like, man, I want to go here.
Right.
He could tell them that I want to go here. That's it.
For sure. I want to move on. Let me get to this last comment. I'm gonna move on. We got Alan Miller on YouTube. Bulls not going to pay for him, but New York can make trade and pay for Greek fee. New York just made some trades to get they got
Cat.
Carl Anthony.
got Anunoby, they got Mikal Bridges. They just traded all their
Yeah, they
assets.
traded all their young assets already. They got rid of all their assets already.
Yeah, I don't think the Knicks will be in play. They made a move already. So
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in, brother. Stay tuned. And keep commenting and sharing. I want to move on to the next game that's on tonight, though. Lakers down 3-1. I think, if I'm correct, we both picked the Lakers, Vic, right?
No.
Timberwolves?
No, yes, I did. I didn't take the Lakers. You know, I went around with the Lakers. But I told you, whoever plays a good game against Luka, they team got a chance to win. Like that's the key to Luka Doncic. You have to attack him on defense. What's my boy name? The lefty. He been killing them. Like I said.
Conley.
Yeah. No.
Or Randall?
Randall. Yeah, Randall been killing the Lakers this year. They got no answer for him.
Yeah. You know what? I've been shocked by Randall because he's been inconsistent in the season. And I'm like, man, I always said my number one issue with this series was who's going to give Anthony Edwards help. And to my surprise, Randall's been balling. McDaniels been balling. Or is it McDaniels or Alec Down? I forget which one. Been balling as like a second option, a third option in the 20s. And I was like, yo, he's been like a coming out party. And so I've been shocked by the production that the T-Wolves been getting. Besides, Anthony Edwards has been balling out of control. You know, he's really trying to get this old geese out of here. And speaking of LeBron, that is, get this old geese out of here. I'm retiring, folks. He's trying to retire. He's trying to retire LeBron. But I picked the Lakers because I didn't know who was going to show up for the Timberwolves. I know Ant Edwards is going to show up, Ant-Man, but I didn't know who else was going to show up for the Timberwolves. That was my biggest thing. But to my surprise, he's been getting help. Brian, who did you have coming into the series? And now Lakers down 3-1. Are they finished tonight?
I believe they where they playing? They playing in Minnesota. Or they playing in LA.
LA.
That might okay, that might be a little tough, but the way it's been going, I'm going Minnesota. I've been secretly rocking with Minnesota since last season, so that's been like my home away from home. Uh, so I think they got what it takes to to win. They coming off that loss in the finals. They got blood in their mouth. They hungry. So I think the way that team is constructed, they versatile. They can bang with anybody. Uh, right now, they looking good, man. That's all I can say. They looking good. They looking tough, and ain't scared of nobody. You just said he trying to retire folks. Man, they might need to find out a little slogan or to market that right there because he going at all the greats. He going
What's
at all the greats.
Yeah, and
what?
then after Randall, he's been consistent, like you said, in the 20s. Nas Reed has been hit some nice big clutch shots as a big man. You know what I'm saying? Got LeBron away from the floor because sometimes they try to hide LeBron on him. He's came off the screen and hit a few big threes in this series for Minnesota.
Hey, I got a question for Brian though, Vic. What's this secretly riding with Minnesota? We ain't heard about
Yeah.
Secretly, like he
That's my
wanted.
secret.
Hey, bro, he would
Yeah,
love to see them win. I get that. His team ain't in
yeah.
there. His team is not in there, bro. So he want to see that team win. I get it.
oh,
And
bro.
you know Chicago cats always moving to Minnesota anyway,
Man, my
man. You
whole
know how it
family up
go.
there. My whole family up there.
Oh, bro.
I got a lot of family up there. Come from here. Come from here.
We,
Yeah.
we cannot be having this. I've been secretly like, how do we know this is true? You know, when it's a secret, we don't know if he's telling the truth or he's lying. It's just
And
on the back. All I
we
know.
might we have to pull out some of the tapes. And I had let my Aunt Edwards crush come out at least once on the show, man. At least once.
You gotta go through our archives and go pull
Yeah.
up a tape of you saying,
I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get
yeah,
on it.
if you do that, I will publicly apologize to you on the next bandwagon fan right now. You trying to look like
For
not,
sure.
and I'm not rolling
Now,
with it.
hey, once they start
No,
drawing
man.
that connection
Hey,
between
B
him
don't
and
seem
Mike,
like that kind of guy, Al. I
hey,
gotta go ahead and give him the benefit of the
well,
doubt, bro. All the
once he
shows I done
showed
did
me,
with him, all the
yeah,
shows I done did with him, bro. Me, Al, I gotta give boy the benefit of the doubt, bro. That's just me.
thank
I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. If he
thank
say
you,
it, I
Vic.
believe it.
Thank
I'm
you, Vic, man. I'm gonna
gonna
drop the mic on that one.
I'm don't give me the benefit of the doubt. I've been secretly riding with them. What type of statement is that to make on this show? We don't secretly ride with them. We tell it like it is, man. You've been riding on this show for a long time, and you come
For
with that.
sure.
You know what? You
I'll let y'all
Yeah.
know. Houston's up 27. Houston's up 27 at the end of the third.
okay? Before we
Damn.
move on, hey, Brian gets a gunshot for secretly riding.
Uh, uh, mm.
Right. Hey, let's come to the comments real quick. CJ says Lakers winning today. Lakers at 7. Those of them diehard Lakers
Ooh.
that just want to see it. They don't believe that. They just gotta say that. That's what it is.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
do.
Alan Miller just says that youth and list killing the Lakers and all the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Randall surprising the world. Bro, Randall, I am shocked. I knew he had this potential, but he's been inconsistent. And that's been the difference to me in this series. Him
The
and
Lakers have nobody. The Lakers got nobody to guard them, bro. He's seen
Yeah.
that Luka. They got Luke on him. He even taking Luke off the dribble, bro. Like they got nobody to guard him. He looking at that. They have nobody to guard him, man.
yeah. Joe Vaughn on YouTube says Lakers at 7. That's my golf buddy. He a diehard Lakers fan too. They don't believe that. They know it's
Keep
over.
hope alive in my Jesse Jackson voice.
I would say he knows LeBron has come back from 3-1 before. That's the little caveat that he has done it before. So I'm not 100% sure that the series is over because we've seen LeBron do that. But if don't no funny business happen with like Draymond get suspended or something, don't nobody get suspended and all players play for the T-Wolves, I believe that it's over at least in 6. I give LA the respect that they win at the crib, but Ant-Man gonna close them out in 6. You can believe
Yeah, this
that.
gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if LA won tonight.
Yeah.
But I definitely got. If it goes back to Minnesota, I definitely got Minnesota winning the next game.
Hey, Mr. Tell the Truth, that Lakers gonna shoot 60 free throws tonight. Hey, listen, we know that Wilson can come out for the Lakers. He's a big proponent of. He'll bring up stats all the time showing the free throw discrepancy. He do not play. I've heard it on NBA TV radio as well. We know that whistle. Tim Donaghy with the Lakers and Kings back in the day. We know that the league, it seems like they want the Lakers to win sometime. For rating purposes. So don't be surprised if the Lakers get a good whistle tonight. Ben King says the King got to come on with it tonight. That's what he's hoping. He's a diehard Lakers fan as well. I think everybody sees the writing on the wall, especially the Lakers fans. They just hoping that they don't end it in LA tonight. They hoping for one last hurrah for the Lakers. And like I said, I think they win tonight. The whistle probably come out. They might have somebody that come out of the woodworks. Stay at the crib. You expect the role players to play a little better. I expect them to win tonight. But please believe, nobody gets suspended. No crazy stuff happen. Ant-Man will close the Lakers and LeBron and Luka out in 6. It's Ant-Man's time to move on. Shout out to you, Vic. You picked this. I picked the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie. I stand on it. I thought the Lakers would win this series. But to Alan Miller's point, I want to talk about his point. He said the youth and the length is killing the Lakers. And we're seeing that the Timberwolves last year, their length was ridiculous last year. They defend 1 through 5. We know Gobert has won Defensive Player of the Year before. Those wings, Ant-Man defends. I seen Conley lock up somebody last game, and I forgot that he was like an all defensive player a few years ago. So they got defenders all across the board. They don't really have a weakness on the defensive end. And so I think that's one of the areas where if they not scoring, they can get stops. So what do y'all think about the length and the youth of Minnesota? Vic, you picked the squad. What do you think about the youth and the length?
Yeah, that was the problem that we always said with the Lakers. Like, LeBron is older. He's not the defender that he once was, and they don't have any size. You and I talked about that even when they got Luka. When people were saying, "Oh man, they automatically going to the final, automatically go win." I said, "Pump your brakes." They don't have any size in the middle, bro. They don't have any size at a real 5. Like, you got LeBron playing the 5, and it's wearing them down. It's wearing them down at this age. Yeah, he gonna score, but think about the fourth quarter. He didn't do nothing in the last game. He had nothing. Yeah. No 0 points in the fourth quarter because JJ Redick played him 3 straight quarters with no rest. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. You can't do that to LeBron right now, bro. Like I see the writings on the wall. JJ Redick felt that was the only way they'd go win, and they gave it their best shot, and it didn't happen. I'm with you, bro. This is Ant-Man's time, bro. Like they have Luka and LeBron. They got the 2 stars, but far as the complete roster, Minnesota has the better roster. 1 through 12.
JJ Redick pulled a Tibbs. Did he play the starters the whole second half or the whole fourth quarter?
The whole third and fourth quarter.
That's wild, bro. He trying to run LeBron in the ground.
Yes.
Run LeBron in the ground. Like, this dude 40 years old, man.
Yeah, he took a lot of flack for that too on social media, sports shows. He took a lot of flack for that too.
Tibbs, somebody would have came and got Tibbs. If he would have done that, they already blamed him for Derrick Rose injury. They got him.
Yes.
Jovan on YouTube says, "I got faith, big dog." No, he don't. He don't believe that.
You see, he put LOL at the end. You see, he put LOL at the end.
Like Butterfly Pie, Snow Bunny, Shannon not funny. Pay me my money, Wolves on fire.
Snow Bunny. Wow.
Got in trouble at the right time. He's not even on ESPN to get all the smoke that's coming his way for picking the Lakers. He's actually skating around right now. Now I know that he got still doing a nightcap, and he did with those people, but that big ESPN audience would have been on his head for his picks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
CJ says they almost won though. You talking about the Lakers? Almost don't count, bro. Ain't that? And who was that? Who said that? Almost doesn't count. What song was that? Huh? Somebody played a song for CJ James.
Brandy, that's Brandy there.
Brandy,
yeah. It almost doesn't count, bro. Don't come with that almost stuff. Nobody want to hear that. So
yeah, man. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk right now.
JJ the front office, in my opinion. I think he's just trying to win the game. He was trying to win the game. You can't send no message to the front office in the playoffs. Like, you're trying to win the game. I think sending message come in the regular season, but I understand where you're coming from. And
I literally think a veteran player like LeBron, man, that's gonna probably have a little You know what I'm saying? Little drawback on took a little injury probably from what he gonna come out with tonight. He's gonna come out and play his game because he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just gonna go out like no sucker. I don't see that. But I can see them being tired of the fourth quarter and losing this game tonight though too. But if they win, I wouldn't be shocked. But I can see tonight's game going to Minnesota if the Lakers legs are tired from the last game.
Yeah, Black Butterfly Pie got some more. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp takes sexual assault. Shannon got caught and chest was bought. Wolves and five. Are you tonight?
Chess was ball.
Quick. He coming with him quick. Is he doodling some stuff to say to Shannon? Right? What is going on?
Bro, the man said some chess was ball.
He's pretty quick on the spot. Like he had him wrote down in his journal. His journal supposed to be a personal journal. He coming up with different things to say about that shot, man.
Hey, he's showing his MC skills, baby.
Right.
Bars.
Let's go.
Barb.
Into football. After the show, last week we had the draft on Thursday, so I haven't got nobody's opinions and thoughts about the whole NFL draft. Shedeur falling to the 5th round after projecting to be a top 5 pick by Mel Kiper, and Mel Kiper actually had him as his number 1 prospect. I've never seen Mel Kiper have a prospect number 1 overall quarterback drop to the 5th round. I've never seen that. And so Shedeur Sanders slid to the 5th round. And my question to y'all is, why did he slide in the draft? Because I believe it was the Deion Sanders effect. They didn't have an agent. Him and his son, Shiloh and Shedeur, was both represented by Deion. And I believe because of the videos and that Deion had previously talking about, we're not gonna let Shedeur play for any team. We're gonna pull an Eli. We're gonna do this, that, and the other. All of that played a part in him sliding in the draft. His coaching acumen, him possibly wanting to be a coach in the NFL. They're not gonna say it, but it's been reports that saying if they would have took him in the 1st round and it didn't go well for Shedeur, now they looking over their shoulder for Deion. So it's all this type of rhetoric that's going on with Deion Sanders effect, and he slides all the way to the 5th round. Now he got to work his way all the way up. If he was a 1st round pick, the fans would be calling for him. Everybody would be looking, where's Shedeur? Where's Shedeur? What's going on? Like the pressure for him to play would be on. But now he's the 5th rounder. He got to work his way all the way up. I listened to some NFL shows, and they talked about when you're a 5th round draft pick between 5 and 7 rounds, you kind of expected to get cut. I heard James Jones, Sean McCoy tell stories about when you're in a late round, you are expected to get cut. That's how much of an uphill battle you have to make the team when you're a 5th round draft pick. But I want to ask y'all, why do you, in y'all opinion, did you think he slid? Brian, I want to come to you first. Why do you think he slid in the draft?
Man, the first thing is definitely the Deion effect. I think that these people haven't forgot how Deion showed his ass when it was his time to get drafted. I don't think they forgot some of the comments and the whole primetime thing. Not to mention, let's just go back. Let's piggyback on the Deion effect. He had to go to Jackson State. I don't remember hearing Shedeur's name as a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. You get to Jackson State, you parlay that, and go to D1. Would he have been a D1 quarterback if his daddy didn't get the job at Colorado? Those are questions that I have. Okay, you go to Colorado now. It's good to Shedeur. You do your thing, but now after this process at Colorado, you don't interview well. You don't do any workouts or your pro day combine work. I mean, those things hurt your draft stock. I think if he went out there and ran the 40, did the bench press, made some throws, interviewed like a guy that wanted a job, I think that the Deion effect would have had less merit in this situation. But you went in there allegedly a little brash, a little arrogant, and it hurt him. The thing that I don't like is the narrative of he needs to be humbled. Man, if this guy is good, he's confident, he believes in himself. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You want a guy to be confident, but he can't be too confident. You know what I mean? And I just think it was a combination of a lot of things and being a young, rich black guy with the second wave of the NIL babies. You might not be able to control this, but So I just think it's a multiple factor thing, but Deion being his father was a big part of it, and what he did in the pre-draft process didn't help him any. So I'm gonna just go with those two things: his father, pre-draft, and then also they say not the biggest, not the strongest, not the fastest. So
Right.
with all these things on you, you got to do a little more to get these people to want to mess with you. But I will say this: you would think, you know what, my bro, he made a good argument. If Shedeur's a cornerback, we might not be having this problem. This is prime time son, a DB.
Yeah.
You gonna think that it's in the bloodline. But him
Yeah.
being a quarterback, now you looking at him like, can he really do this? You know what I mean? Does he have what it takes? It's not you don't come from a Hall of Fame QB like the Mannings. So
Right.
maybe they looking at him like, you can't do this on this level, like like we think you can, like you think you can. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna let it go, but
That's
that's it. That's all I got with.
That's good stuff. Alan Millender says, I agree with you, Al. It was absolutely about his daddy, and they don't want to come out and say it, of course. Also, again, you right on, never sign Mel Kiper be that wrong. I've never seen Mel that wrong, ever. He might be wrong on a round or two, but not 5 rounds. Not 5. That's a lot. I want to bring Mike Miller in. He's packing for a trip, but he said, hey, if I could jump on, I would come on. Thank you for coming on, my brother. Before you
What
leave,
up? What up?
man, we got a lot to discuss, but I definitely want to get your take on the NFL, the whole draft process and what happened there. What's your thoughts with Shedeur Sanders and what happened with him sliding?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Man, you know what it is, man. They were just hate. They was trying to prove a point that they can basically hold you down because Shedeur didn't have no off the field issues,
Right.
and no bad things at school. He didn't get caught with no drugs, no weapons, nothing like that. So I think they were just blackballing him. So now again, a lot of people are saying, like, hey, he might not have the physical attributes and for a first round grade. And I mean, hey, man, that might be true. I don't know. I'm not a scout. I'm not an NFL guru like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he tested as far as his physical attributes, but I know the boy can play. I know he's talented. I know he's accurate. And so was he a first round grade to most guys? Maybe not, but I don't think he was fifth round grade. You know,
Yeah.
I think that was bad purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I just hope the best for him. I wish that so he could turn Cleveland around and make. That's really all I really care about.
Yeah. Hey, it was some quarterbacks that was going ahead of him. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Mm.
Dude, I forgot the name, but it was so many quarterbacks that went ahead of him. Even Dylan Gabriel on his own team. I even watched him, so like, okay, cool. But I think the guy that the Saints drafted or somebody like that. I don't know. It's a list of quarterbacks. I get the list, but Vic, I do want to get you in here real quick. What's your whole take about Shedeur Sanders sliding?
Yeah, I think it was I think the league colluded against him, bro. I think that the league colluded against him, bro. And like you said, somehow they wanted to humble him, but humble him for what? And me personally, I'm calling BS on that he didn't interview well. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling BS on that though, bro. This man been in the spot. Listen, he has been groomed for this since he came out of the womb, basically. He been waiting for this moment his whole life. His dad has shown him how to be a professional from day one. Like Mike said, he had no off the field issues. He had no off the field issues. You heard nobody, even though it was his dad's team, you still heard nobody saying anything bad about him in the locker room with the guys in Colorado. The professional people that he's been around his whole life, people like Tom Brady, Charles Woodson. All these people on record saying how high of a character guy this guy is, Shedeur. Saying how high character, you know what I'm saying? How high character he has, how good of a kid he is. So all of a sudden now he's a fifth round draft pick and he didn't interview well and he needs to be humble. I call BS on all that, bro. I'm calling it what it was. This was almost similar to Kaepernick, bro. This was like, we gonna teach you and your daddy a lesson, bro. Like, and some of the coaches and some of the GMs, the coaches were like you said, Al, you beat me to it. They went to the gym and be like, man, bro, if we 3-14 next year, and then we 5-12 the next year, we gotta be looking over our shoulder to see if this man come to take my job. I don't want to coach like that. And absolutely, that's what happened to. So yeah, I just called BS on that, bro. I look back at a draft 2 years ago. You had a guy like Will Levis. You had a guy like Anthony Richardson. I look back at a draft 4 years ago. You had a guy like Trey Lance. You had a guy like Zach Wilson, who were not as accomplished as Shedeur Sanders coming out of college, and they were top 5 picks.
Yeah, and Sanders got the production. He got the numbers. He got the numbers, and now you can't say, oh, he's from Jackson State, HBCU. He went to Colorado and put up these numbers. So you can't use even the small school.
I mean, bro, he was throwing to the Heisman Trophy winner. Like Travis don't win the Heisman with those. Travis don't have those offensive numbers without Shedeur for getting him the ball, bro. Like people, that was crazy to me, bro. I've never seen anything like this, bro. Like I said, I can see him going to the second or the third round. I get it. Y'all trying to teach lessons. But 5th round, come on, man, get out of here. Most 5th round guys don't even make rosters, bro. Most 5th round guys don't even make rosters.
I actually thought it was a chance that he wasn't gonna get drafted at all. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mike. I want to get you back in. I think you had something else you wanted to say.
Yeah, I was listening to the sports radio. I want to say this morning or this afternoon, and a guy was on there and he was just talking about like the numbers, like the NFL, regardless of how you think what happened to Shedeur as far as the NFL, like who was watching the draft after the 2nd round or the 3rd round? Like nobody's really watching the game. I mean, watching those rounds pick by pick to see when Sanders is going to get picked.
Right.
And they made a lot of money. I mean, viewers were still there. There's a lot of people still in Green Bay just out there seeing when that pick was going to be made.
Right. So,
like that's crazy because I mean, after the first, 2nd round, I mean, I'm not tuning into it. Maybe somebody else. Majority of people are not watching the 5th, 6th, and 7th round. You know what I'm saying? They'll catch it later. But by Shedeur being that popular and sliding, man, people were tuned in.
yeah.
So the NFL capitalized off his drop.
Somebody tell me about this is the quarterback that I had a problem with. The Saints Tyler Show. Tell me about Tyler Show. Was he better than Shedeur during the season?
Hey, bro. September 28th of this year, that dude will be 26 years old. I did some research on all the quarterbacks that were going to be in this draft after I started hearing this stuff about Shedeur. So I went and did my research on him. I went and did my research on Cam Ward, just all these guys, just so comparing apples to oranges. Bro, Tyler Shot, by the time he did his next contract, will be 30 years old. No way he's a better prospect than Shedeur. You have to pay attention to stuff like this. That man will be 30 years old when it's time for his next contract.
That's all.
See, they just dropped him because he's 6'5", Caucasian.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I've seen a stat about the Saints say they haven't drafted a quarterback in the 1st round in over 50 years.
Since Archie Manning.
Come on, man, that's crazy. That's crazy to even think. Like, and we thought we had QB problems. You know what I'm saying?
They lucked in the Drew Brees, bro. They lucked in the Drew Brees because the Chargers took Phillip Rivers. They lucked in the Drew Brees, bro. Other than that, though, they were the Aints for a long time. They were the Aints for a long time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Justin Capper says all black men need to stand up behind Sanders. Are you trying to start a revolution? What do you mean all black men need to stand up? What's gonna happen? You want all the black men to start their own league? What's your solution, my brother, Mr. Justin Capper? What do you want the black men to do behind Sanders? And are you going to start it? What are you going to do? That's the question I have for you. Because he's one of them guys I always say the black men or the black people should do this. Tell us what you're going to do, brother. Black Butterfly Boss, Mike Tomlin is a clown, bro. You need a QB. What are you doing? That's another interesting take. We got a black coach. I was shocked that the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't draft him as well, especially with them, and the whole Rooney Rule and all this. I thought they understood the black African-American plight. So I thought that was an option for them as well. Why do y'all think Mike Tomlin didn't draft Shedeur? Because I thought, that why he'd be an option. Brian, what do you think? Why do you think the Steelers didn't draft him?
Now when you guys talk about the fact that Deion is a threat to your job security, I think that everybody was gonna pass on him if that's the case. So I just think that they didn't. I guess with them, it's okay to have a black coach, but hey, that's what we draw the line. We don't need no black quarterbacks taking no snaps. I know they had Russell Wilson in them last year, but that ain't their cup of tea. I just think Deion is the elephant in the room. You
I
hire Shedeur. Go
also,
ahead, my bad.
I also think the Steelers were almost mediocre last year. Like Mike Tomlin, this is the first time, like, he barely got over 500, so he's trending downward a little bit. So one more false move, they might have got him up out of here and try to bring Deion in. So he probably was looking too, like, I would like to take you, man, but stuff ain't been the greatest over here on my end either. And if I have a losing season, that might be their reason to get me up out of here too. So he probably was protecting his own job. That's the only thing I can think of. Mike, what you think about why do you think Mike Tomlin didn't draft him or the Steelers?
Ultimately, I don't think it was probably Tomlin's decision. And then the Steelers, man, they had a lot of black quarterbacks in their history, so I don't think that's the case. Steelers have had a lot of starting quarterbacks in their history. I forgot the one guy's name. My father-in-law, he
Cordell,
put me
Cordell Stewart, Charlie
nah,
Batch. They had a few.
Yeah.
before that.
Charlie
Yeah, I get
Batch, yeah, Charlie Batch, Cordell.
no. Before that, when Bradshaw got hurt, they said the guy came in. He said he was killing,
Yeah.
and I went and looked at his highlights. Man, that boy was cold. Bradshaw, but when Bradshaw came back, they gave him his job back. But that black quarterback was real nice. So Pittsburgh has a history of having black quarterbacks. To answer the question, I'm really not sure. I thought they were going to take him too, but I don't know what happened. But for me, man, hey man, you got drafted. You went to Cleveland. It's time to go to work now. All the draft slides,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of quarterbacks are, now it's time to go make a name for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for him. I don't think he'll play this year, but I think Cleveland they might have found something. I hope they do. I hope Shedeur can turn them boys
Vic,
contenders.
Vic, you got any thoughts about why the Steelers didn't draft him? I know. I mean, we know they waiting on Aaron Rodgers, but that still shouldn't stop you from drafting a quarterback.
Hey, bro, honestly, so what some guys are looking at though too, and I'm gonna factor this in, and nobody really want to say it, it's the truth. Next year is a better crop of quarterbacks than this year's class coming out though too, and a lot of people like, man, we're waiting on next year to get our
Mm,
quarterback, and I think that's what it was with the Steelers.
Okay.
mm.
Makes sense. That
Good,
makes
good take. Good take. Great take.
Black Butterfly Pod says talked about the picture when the Cleveland Browns did draft him, the GM and the Browns coach, or where they was looking. I have seen that video or that picture. They didn't look the most enthused when they drafted Shedeur. I ain't gonna make too much of it, but I did see it. It wasn't a
I
good look.
saw it too. I saw it.
What do y'all think about?
And they asked the GM about that. What he said, he's like, "Oh man, it was a long weekend. We all were exhausted. We put a lot into this." That was an excuse for the way they looked.
Yeah. So one other aspect I want to get to with the draft was the prank call that happened, man. I was more offended about the prank call than him dropping in the 5th round. And for the people who might not have seen it, I do want to play it real quick, man. And I'm like, bro, and the dude ended up apologizing, and Shedeur was classy about the whole situation. He took the call and all of that stuff. But if it was me, I don't want to hear no apology. You only apologize because you got caught, and I hate it. But for the people who didn't see it, I want to play the video. Here's Jeff Ulbrich, the defense coordinator from the Falcons, son, him and his buddy
Prank call.
on Shedeur Sanders. So here it is.
This is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Good. Been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
It's ain't gonna be nothing there.
But you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that. This is me.
It was terrible to me. Like, I was super offended by the prank call, bro. Defense coordinator from the Falcons, Jeff Ulbrich, his son, got the number from, I guess someone was laying around, Jeff Ulbrich's book or whatever was laying around. They got the number out of there and prank called this dude. And then, he came with this lame apology, in my opinion. He, on Friday night, I made a tremendous mistake. Shedeur, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life, and I made a terrible mistake in that moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I call BS. I call BS. You didn't think about none of this before you made that call? I get it. We all make mistakes. They young kids. But I think what happened was his father, they found out who it was or whatever. His father made him apologize. And I think after his father might have chastised him or said whatever, that's when he came with the apology. I hated all of this. I wouldn't even took the call. I don't want to hear it. If I'm Shedeur, I don't want to hear it, bro. You did that thing. That's cool. I ain't messing with you. And I'm glad the Falcons got fined $250,000 and Ulbrich got fined $100,000. I thought it was appropriate that they got fined. I'm happy that happened, but I was sick to my stomach about this whole thing. Mike, when you seen this happen, man, what did you think?
Yeah, when I seen it, man, yeah, I was just like, man, that's real classless, bro. Like that's messed up. Then I mean, they videotaped it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not trying to hear you already knew you premeditated your thoughts already. You knew what you're gonna do. You had it on camera. You knew you getting videotaped. So I don't want to hear the sorry excuse later, the apologies and all that. I don't want to because you thought it was funny. You look at the video, you cracking up, having your knee almost in tears. Oh, he bought it. He bought it, man.
Right.
Like you say,
They planned this. This was
I want to
premeditated.
hear you.
You breaking up a little bit, bro. So I'm gonna get the other guys in, but this was premeditated. You know what I'm saying? He bought it. That means y'all strategically, y'all wrote out a script. You even faked another person, Mickey Loomis from the Saints. If I'm Mickey Loomis, bro, I'm mad. I'm mad too. Bro, you acted like you was a whole nother GM of a whole nother team. Like, bro, this was bad on so many levels. Vic, tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's just a long line and list of a crazy weekend for this young man, bro. Things happened to him that's out of his control. Like, man, first, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, right before the draft, somebody crap on his name, say he's a bad interview, he's entitled, which we've never heard before up until now. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got this kid go prank call him, though, bro. I wouldn't be shocked if his dad even knew. I wouldn't be shocked if his dad even knew he done that before he done it. And then once it all got caught up, you had to take some responsibility for your actions or whatever. But that should never happen. Nobody's ever that careless to be letting your stuff sitting around with somebody's phone number like that. That's just, come on, man. I call BS, bro. Like, this was just some BS, bro. And I felt like the fine should have been stiff. I felt the fine should have been stiff. $250,000 was a slap on the wrist. Now I don't got that kind of money, but then you're talking to a billionaire corporation in the New Orleans Saints or whoever that was. Like, yeah, bro, that they got off with a slap on the wrist, bro. They should have lost draft picks and more money.
Oh, so you think draft picks as well?
Yes.
I like that. I like it. I don't know what round or something like that, but a draft pick, I think would have made a bigger statement as well. That's a good take. Ryan, what you think when you heard that, bro?
Yeah, disgusting. That was really my first time seeing the video, so to see it and see them guys laughing like that, if we mad at Halliburton, Dad, then we got to have that same energy for Ulbrich's son. You now, not only are you, hey, if Shedeur is groomed and raised for the spotlight, you a coach's son as well. How dare you do this to somebody like Vic said, a draft pick, money? Man, somebody might even need to lose their job behind this because it's mighty funny. You choose your division rival to use your prank call, and you know, it's too much with that, man. So I definitely, I'm with Vic. Find them more. A draft pick, third round, fourth round. Whenever you made that call, that's the round y'all need to lose that pick.
Yep.
And you know, hey man, maybe ban Shorty from. Yeah, you don't need to be around the team for a little bit, man. You're a distraction.
I think they should have. His father should make him publicly on camera apologize. Don't give me no Twitter.
Yes.
No, you did this publicly. You recorded this. Record yourself giving an apology. That's what you should do.
I agree.
Don't give me no Twitter apology. I don't care nothing about that. You know, Justice Capper says, "What would you do if you was a dad?" I make him do it publicly. You recorded
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
You apologize publicly. That's my opinion. And then Justice Capper gonna say, "Okay, can we move on?" No, we can't move on, bro. I'm mad. I'm mad. No, we're not gonna move on. We're gonna talk about this because
So Justin, you felt him sliding in the draft was more egregious than these white boys playing on his phone? Oh,
yeah, I agree. The prank call was more egregious to me. That was to me. So
That was pretty down.
I mean, hey, Justin Kemper, you can move on, bro. You can move on. No,
right.
no, I'm not moving on, but you can, bro. You can help yourself all you want to.
Justin, he up the same sometimes, man. You know, I don't know what
It's
he's
all good. I respect his opinion. But he asked a question. I just answered for him. No, we can't move on. You can, though.
mm.
You know?
He also
Hey,
said
I
that
felt
this brother in the store shopping for his trip. Okay, are you still with us, brother?
He can't hear.
Okay.
He in Wally World.
He jumped for his vacation draws. Come on, man. What
Look at
vacation draws, man?
him.
What are you doing over there, brother? What's going on,
He in
man?
there, he in there trying to get that preparation H.
Oh, man.
Capper says, "What if black?" And this crossed my mind as well. If the kids were black and they pranked a professional, I think the penalty would be stiffer. Some kind of way they would have made it worse on the black kids.
I agree.
you, man.
Yeah.
Well, I agree, bro. Like, other way around, the penalties would have been more stiff. But like I said, bro, they got off with a slap on the wrist, bro. Like, they make millions of dollars, bro, like a minute, and you doing like 250,000. That's like 30 minutes. That's like 30 minutes work of work
Yeah.
for them.
Black Butterfly Pod says Ulbrich should have been fired. How does he even get access to your laptop? That's invasion of privacy of the NFL. Who else info is on there? He should have been fired. That's a great point. That's a great point.
Very great point. That's what B said. B said somebody should have lost their job behind this, and I agree.
And I think to your point, if they would have had to give up a draft pick, that would have upset the owner even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ulbrich would have got fired. He'd have got fired. I think he would have got fired then.
Maybe it would have been like a first round. He would have got fired.
Ooh.
Oh, he out of there.
And they need a quarterback too, because Tyler Shock ain't it.
I just felt that he knew.
Abdul
Ain't no way you gonna let your son come in there and just all of a sudden Shedeur number just right there, like he just got his number that quick. Man, knock it
Out
off.
of everybody, like out of all the numbers, I'm pretty sure. Listen, he's not the only top 30 visit that came there, so they had other guys' numbers. Why didn't you call the prank call somebody else?
And Shedeur said that was a new number. He got that number just for the draft. That wasn't a number that was, you know, previously people had access to.
Right. Yeah, he just got that.
Abdul Carter said he got prank called as well. And,
Okay.
Now, the prank call stuff be going on. I didn't see that happen to these prospects before, but not under these circumstances. You already dropping in the draft. You know, I never seen that happen like that, man. No, not like that.
He had to deal with too much right there, bro. To be projected first round, then you drop to the fifth round, and then you got to deal with these knuckleheads doing what they did, bro. That's what I think made it too much, bro. It's too much. It's too much. I hated it for him. I do want to get to the Bears draft picks real quick. Vic, Brian, we got some new toys to play with.
Oh yeah.
How y'all feeling about the draft? I think a lot of people were shocked about the draft picks. I think they thought it was going to be more O linemen earlier, but we went for a tight end, wide receiver, the first two draft picks. We did eventually get an offensive lineman, D lineman, and but how are you feeling about the draft picks after the fact? Vic, you can go
Hey,
first.
bro. Me?
Yeah, Vic.
Oh yeah, me, yeah, bro. Ozzy Trapillo. I love that dude, bro. Like I've been a fan of that dude for the longest. I watched him when Boston College played Notre Dame, bro. I liked him. He got potential, bro. He got a chance to be versatile on that line. I wouldn't even try to like etch him into a tackle spot. He can play either guard spot and right tackle. I like the versatility that he brings to the line. And man, and getting Luther Burden at 39, bro, that was a steal. That was a steal. That was a steal. They looked at him having a down year because his numbers dropped in half, but he had the best quarterback situation his last year in Missouri. He's playing with some bum quarterbacks back there. You get him in the slot with us between DJ and Caterman, you got Coastal Loveland on the other side and Cole Kmet, and then you ship Cole Kmet that backfield. Oh man, that's a matchup nightmare, man. I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving the versatility that they bring you. Like Ryan Post said that the board didn't work out the way he wanted it to because he was going to target Travion Henderson and was really willing to trade up to the mid-30s to get him, but nobody wanted to trade up. They wanted the guys, the Chargers and the guys took the running backs. So he said, well, we're going to go best player available. We got Luther Burden here. He had a first-round grade.
Yeah. And that's what I definitely thought it was. It was the first, at least the first two looked like best player available. And you can't be mad at that. I'd rather them go.
Yeah, and there had some Bears fans like, man, see, he missed out on a running back. And he should have traded up for Gentry. No, you shouldn't have. I love Gentry. I love him, but he is not worth 3 draft picks. I love him. His man ain't played it down yet, bro.
Yeah. I agree. I'm okay. I'm okay with the best player available. Black Butterfly Pop says Burden is a steal, so he agrees with you. And I know you very college football knowledgeable. You follow it very well.
A lot. Yeah, a lot.
I had to go look at highlights.
Mike do too, though. Mike do too.
Whenever he comes back from getting his tidy whities, maybe we can get him in. We're going to get some vitamin, some sunshine. And I think he's gone there. He had to go. The tidy whities was calling his name. Ryan, what do you think about the picks, man? The Bears got.
I like it. I mean, I don't want to say I love it, you know what I mean? But I definitely like it. I feel like the first round pick, the board fell. Those guys, the linemen went, the edge rushers went, Mason Graham went. I mean, there was nobody else on the board. I watched Tyler Warren's tape, and I was so unimpressed that I did not go watch the other tight ends because I said, if this is the number 1 tight end, then I don't even want to see the others. But if I had watched Loveland, I would have said that this is the guy over Warren because he looks like a pass catcher. He looks like a wide receiver who was too big, wasn't fast enough to be a wide receiver. And they say, hey, we got a position for you. It's called tight end. And everybody keeps saying he doesn't block. He played for Harbaugh. You don't get on that field in Michigan if you can't block.
You don't get on that field without blocking.
They ran the ball 32 times a game, if not more. If he wasn't blocking, he wouldn't be on that field.
He's so many false narratives. Yes.
I feel like okay, let's think about what we got here. We got an offensive coach. He just got his Sam Laporta in the tight end, and then Luther Burden can either be your Jameson Williams or your Amon St. Brown. You got the 2 pieces to make that offense go. So I'm okay with it. Yeah, I would have liked Gentry, but I'm okay with Swift for another year. I'm okay with the dude from Rutgers and Roshan another year. I'm okay with that. Luther Burden, I can't wait to see this guy on the field. I think he got a chip on his shoulder and he's ready to turn up. And again, people not understanding he is positioning himself to walk away from some people in the future. When Cole Kmet's contract is up, you don't have to worry about where is the next guy. He's there. He's there in the building. When DJ Moore is trying to walk away from DJ Moore, guess what? His replacement is already in the building. We're not looking for that in 3 or 4 years. So as far as the offensive lineman, a 6'8" offensive lineman, we ain't never had nothing like that in the building. I'm cool with that. And then the remaining picks, other than the defense, the first 4 picks I feel like are day 1 starters / future starters. The last 3 or 4 picks, I feel like those are guys that they like and they didn't want to let go to the undrafted free agent market and somebody else get them. And they all got upside, high athletic, produced at the level that they were at.
Hey, so bro, they got a linebacker and a cornerback who both run a 4.3.
4.3. And
That's crazy.
the cornerback taller than the linebacker.
Yeah,
So
he's
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yes.
I think that they came away with, no, they didn't get the names that we all wanted, but they came away with names and positions that we all felt that they needed. It may not have been at the spot that you wanted it, but they can go into 2025, 2026 with a roster that can compete with some of the best in the league. I'm not saying it's a Super Bowl, but I'm saying, my God, when did Poles get here 3 years ago, 4 years ago? I mean, he has completely turned this thing around, and I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, and I can't wait for mini camps, OTAs,
Yeah.
preseason. They got me geeked up, baby. I'm telling you.
It's
You
the
see,
only thing that I'm a little
It's
skeptical.
it's so crazy that you said that because I wanted to tell y'all, but I was gonna wait till the end of the show. We putting together a trip this year for the Bears game, man. It's drivable. We making it where nobody have to spend too much money. We going right to Cincinnati. It's gonna be a great game. Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams. It don't
let's
get no better
go.
than that.
Let's
It don't get no
go.
better than that.
Put it in
So,
the
Let's go.
so the NFL will be releasing the date of that game on May 14th. When they do after that, between May 14th and 21st, everybody getting the tickets, everybody doing what they need to do. We get it out the way because the prices will be better then.
I'm with
Yeah,
it, bro.
yeah.
With it. Say
Yeah,
less.
literally. I'm saying the prices are better when they first release the schedule.
And we still got to go to this Cubs Royals game this year too. Like we still got to. That's coming up first. But I definitely want to do the Bears.
Oh yeah, we definitely doing that.
Yeah. So that's the Bears NFL draft. I would say the only thing that I'm a little leery is like I feel like we've been doing this show together for a while, and I feel like we've been excited from different portions, multiple years now, and I'm tired of being excited and not receiving the fruits from the excitement. Like
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I feel you.
the excitement early from free agency or the draft and going through the schedule, predicting wins, and then at the end of the season, we looking like, man, what happened?
4-5 wins, disappointing. But I would say this to me, bro, honestly, and I'll be honest, even over the other times that I was excited, the last couple years, this feels different. It really does. I'm being honest. This time around, it feels different, bro, because we coming in with Ben Johnson, bro. He's the X factor for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Detroit Lions offense from trash to the top.
Yes.
And
it wasn't instant success. It was not instant success. And that's why
they had one down. They had one down year. And then literally the next year they were favored to win our division. And next year which was last year, they were favored to win the Super Bowl.
So what I'm saying, like, what does successful season look for you with the new Ben Johnson now? Because
hey, bro, nothing. I mean, this is my point, and if I'm disappointed fan, it ain't like I'm gonna stop being a fan of something. But I'm looking at 10 wins at least.
Wow. I can't. You cannot get me to that. You cannot. I would love to see that, but I've been let down too many times now where I'm drained. I say if we can get to 8 or 9 wins and see the offense looking much, much better, I'm happy. That's me.
I hear you, bro. I'm saying me personally, 10 wins. I'm saying 10 wins.
In the first year for Ben Johnson, your expectation is 10 wins.
10 wins.
Pete, Brian, where you at?
Oh man, 10 wins sound really doable, man, with this roster. I'm not gonna lie, but
It does,
I'm with
bro.
you.
I'm not even asking for 14, 15. I'm 10 wins. That's a start. That is a start, bro.
But I will say this: being realistic, second year quarterback, first time head coach, new offense, new
Yes.
defense.
Yes.
I would say with all of those factors,
Yes.
I say 8 wins. You can't be mad, right?
Yes.
But let's win some of those games that we see, those close games that we should have won last year or the year before. Let's win those now. We win those, anything can happen. So, let's take care of business, but I think it's going to be a lot better product than we've seen in quite some time. And we might have to go back to Lovie Smith days to be seeing a product
I
like
just
this.
think those close games that they lost the last 3 years over flukes with a different coach and a different atmosphere, a different culture, bro. They win those games like literally, but there's no way last year we supposed to lose to the Indianapolis Colts.
The
You get what I'm saying? There's
Patriots.
no way we're supposed to lose to the New England Patriots. We're not supposed to lose on the Hail Mary to the Commanders. This was a 9-win team without all these upgrades, bro. I'm sorry.
You
I'm
right.
not
You right. You right.
bro,
You
I
right.
expect better. I expect better from the coach, everything. I do. They
You right.
spent money, they got depth. I expect 10 wins, bro. I expect the
Look,
Vikings to take a step back. I'm looking at 10 wins. I'm looking at the game that they should have lost, but they lost 3 straight weekends in the division by 1 point.
Yeah, I agree.
if the offensive line stay healthy, Tooney stay healthy, Jonah Jackson, everybody stay healthy, I think that's the key to this team. It ain't the defense because we need Caleb. We going as far as Caleb can take us. So you keep him upright, you keep him clean. He done showed me you can throw that ball, man. So
Hey, bro, with a trash offensive system and a trash offensive line, bro, he kept us in most games.
Yeah.
I think we lost by 20 points or more, maybe twice all year. Even during the 10-game losing streak, we were losing by 1 game, 1 point, 2 points. Like he literally kept us in most of the games.
Yeah, for sure. And we seen him make like game winning drives, or at least get him in
yeah,
position.
oh yeah.
So
Put him in position to win over and over and over and over.
So he got the talent for sure. He got the skill set. So,
And then I'm looking at DJ Moore with a chip on his shoulder because the first thing I saw from some people in the Chicago media, they sending him out of town already. Oh, the Bears just drafted this replacement that he just turned up on DJ Moore. Listen, bro, listen to me right here. Today, DJ Moore is the best offensive weapon on the Chicago Bears right now, period. And I love Luther Burke. Love him. He going to be a dog.
yeah.
DJ ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Is the reason. DJ is one of the reasons why you could say that Carolina trade was one of the best trades in NFL history. You let him go this right now, it's too soon. You let him. You don't pay him if you're gonna let him go. You pay him. He here. I mean, I don't care what he did on the field last year. Like people fail to realize, Justin was his guy. You let go of Justin. You get Caleb. Caleb ain't getting him the ball the way he wanted. He missing him. He
They
frustrated.
losing. Hey, bro, he come from
these dumbass
Carolina where they
coaches now.
losing.
Come on. Yeah. He was pissed. Yeah.
I'm expecting a big year from DJ Moore this year because I
I
think
am. He coming out there with a chip on his shoulder, bro. He gonna ball out in this offense.
and we saw Justin Fields in his second year with DJ Moore, the progression. And so you think Caleb is a better pocket passer than Justin Fields? So
Absolutely. That's not no question. I love Justin, but yes, definitely from the pocket. He's definitely a better quarterback already.
I'm expecting a big
outside the pocket too. Inside the pocket.
We're getting super long. We've had a great show, great interaction from people today. It's a little long today, but it was fun. But I got a day in the life of Al. A day of life. It's been a minute. It's been a couple of things happened this week. So in preparation of me calling my first baseball game, I got some breakfast and I went to the register and was standing there for multiple minutes. And then it occurred to me that you have to put in your order at like a kiosk and then they bring the order to you. So instead of the regular going to the register, ordering your food, then they giving it to you, now you have to go to the kiosk and put in the order and then they'll bring it to you. It just made me think that technology is taking over a lot of stores, and even with Walmart with the self-checkout. And I'm like, technology is taking over the human interactions. And some of them do it. And my question to y'all is, do y'all like it or you don't like it? Because for me, it's like I'm a talkative person. I like interacting with people. And so it just made me think. And first of all, I found out that I had to do it, but it was a lady just sitting there watching me at the register and didn't tell me. I was standing there, and then after I figured it out, another person came behind me and figured it out, and they talked about it. I'm like, yo, you saw me standing here this whole time and you couldn't tell me, oh, they not gonna come to the register. You gotta put it in the kiosk. So I was a little upset about that. But what do y'all think about as far as technology in the stores? Are y'all, and I know we union people and we got to worry about is machines gonna take over our jobs as well. But how do y'all feel about the technology in today's world?
I'm kind of like, I'm all for innovation, things like that, though, man. But at what cost?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, you costing people jobs, livelihood. I mean, inflation is already up. You know what I'm saying? Cost of everything is up. Like, and then now you're putting people out of work. You're making it even harder out here.
Yes, yes, yes. What about
Yeah,
you, B?
yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely against it in terms of like job replacement. You know, I've kind of adapted and gotten used to it, but it's just funny to me, right? Like you get rid of all of the cashiers and you have these self checkouts, but you got 20 people standing around making sure ain't nobody stealing. So why don't you just open up these registers and let's get back to normal? You know what I mean? It's like you save a couple dollars here, but then just think about all the inventory that is leaving out of here because you can't watch everything, you can't scan everything. So you know, and then I went to Sam's Club today. They got this thing running around the store cleaning and doing inventory checks, and I mean, it tripped me out. I thought it was gonna hit me, but so I mean, it's a bit much, you know. But it's like this is the world we live in, and
Yeah.
we gotta adjust to it. Hopefully that you know they can't do what we do for our living. You know, hopefully they can't take our jobs from us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think they might need to dial it back a little bit, you know. And then, but I guess this, right? What you said, I don't know if it was a customer or a worker that watched you stand there all that time, but it's like with the way that customer service is going, give me the robot. It's like the robot, give me the robot, because y'all ain't doing anything anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Service is
So
art in today's society for sure. Lost art. So it's also, and I also wonder, man, when you talk about that machine, Vic, I wonder like this, like, are we gonna have like the machine from Rocky and Rocky 4 that was mixing?
I hope not. But yeah, I know what Brian talking about though too, bro. It's just going around cleaning the floor and go from one side
clean the
all the way
floor.
to the back, turn
Yeah,
around, like just
yeah.
program them like it got a mind of its own,
Got
bro.
a mind of his own, bro. It's like the thing they be riding around the drum, cleaning the floors.
Yeah,
It's like that. Like it's
But
crazy.
nobody riding there.
Nobody riding it, man. Cameras all over it. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy.
I do want to talk about my second part, and that is I got the opportunity to call a baseball game this Sunday, and
Okay.
I got a chance to
Oh yeah, I
call.
saw that.
Yeah, so I want to play it one more time for the people who didn't see it, and then I want y'all to actually grade my first home run call. You know,
Okay. Okay.
it, it was very exciting. I was shocked when it happened, but here's the home run call for the people who didn't see it, and y'all just go ahead and give me a grade. This is my home run call: Purdue versus Grand Valley State at Dowling Park this past Sunday. Here you
Ryan Dykstra is coming up for Grand Valley with 2 outs here and 2 runners on. Here in the top of the 9th inning of a 7-6 ball game. Looking to add some more runs to that lead. And Purdue, on the other hand, is trying to hold them down to possibly tie it or win it in the bottom half. Here's the pitch from Reed to Dykstra. There's a swing and a drive to right field. And it's going to get, and it's gone out of here. A 3-run shot for Ryan Dykstra.
That's the home run call.
Man,
Give me a grade. What do you rate my home run call for my first baseball game? Give me a grade.
Bro, I'll give you a C, bro. I'll give you a C. You was a little you was a
okay.
little nervous, and then that
You
ball
know,
getting out there kind of like surprised you and it snuck up on you. It all happened at one time, and it kind of caught you off guard. That was not what you were expecting at that time.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
so I'm gonna go.
but to your credit, you cleaned it up real good though. You cleaned it. You like, it's
Yeah,
gonna be. Oh, it's gone. I say, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. How you did right on into it. That's pretty cool. And speaking of Dykstra, hey, that kid any kid of Lenny Dykstra?
That's a great question. I wish I got a chance to interview him at the end. I'm gonna work on
Okay.
my
move.
interviews later because I definitely would have asked him because I definitely know that name. B, I got a C from Vic. C is passing. I'm taking that C
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm on my first call. What you give me on my first call?
I mean, I gotta give you a strong B. I might even grade you on the curve, give you the B plus, because you was play by play with it, baby. It caught you off guard, but you was right there. It's a drive to the right. Oh, it's out of there. You know, you hit it. You did what you was supposed to do. You delivered. You had the tone of an announcer, the cadence. I almost didn't know that was you, bro. If I ain't know you, I wouldn't even know that was. I don't even know your skin color on that broadcast, brother. You know, so I gotta give you a strong B right there. Like I say, for you to call a home run. Now next time I just need like a booyah or something. You know, you gotta get your
Get you a
catchphrase. You
signature
know what I'm
call.
saying?
You
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
get
get your
you something like Harry Carey,
catchphrase.
like a holy cow or
Yeah,
something. You gotta get you a
yeah,
signature
yeah,
call.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get you one off that one. But yeah, that was dope, man. That was
But you
dope.
know,
You sounded.
what's the
I wouldn't.
you can put on the board already. We don't want that. You got
For
that one
sure, for
already.
sure,
So you
for
got to
sure.
come up with something different.
For that to be your first time, man, hell of a job. Hell of a
Yeah,
job, brother.
yeah, absolutely.
Hell of a job.
So I'm taking suggestions. People who watch this video, I'm looking for my own call, my own way to call a home run. I'm taking suggestions. You will not get any residuals if I coin the name. But you know, as fans of the show, I am taking suggestions. So hey, man, I appreciate the grade. And I do, before we get up out of here, I do have a scripture of the day. It's late, but
Let's
we're gonna
get
get
it.
this scripture in. Psalms 34:19. I came across this as I was reading the word, and it says, "The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all." And this scripture did something for me, because I know when people see this scripture, they say, "The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all." They might think, "Oh man, I got to be perfect," or the righteous person, that's the God only going to deliver the perfect person. But to me, this scripture simply says the person who believes in God is going to have many troubles. But if you are believing in me, you have faith in me, I'm going to deliver you from them all. You ain't got to be perfect, but if you believe and you try to strive to be the best person you could be, you striving after Jesus, you strive to be godly. I think that's what this scripture is saying. I'm not a Bible scholar. This is just my opinion, because it says nobody in this world is perfect. So it can't be talking about perfect, because the scripture says none of us are perfect. So to me, it's saying if you are a believer in God and you striving to be like Jesus, you striving to put your best foot forward to be the best person you can be, God is going to deliver you from any trouble that you might have in this world. It's all according to your faith. If you believe it, don't give up. He's going to bring you through. So that's the scripture of the day for me, Psalms 34:19. Hopefully that it blesses you. It blessed me. Remember to support this show. All the people that was watching today, send stars. Subscribe to the YouTube. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We getting these numbers up. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I got the blue long sleeve Allen Powell shirt on today. Merch is always available. Message me and you can purchase your own Allen Powell's gear. With that being said, man, I know we went an hour and a half today, but it was all fun. A lot of engagement with the people, man. Appreciate y'all boys getting sticking with me. I know the Lakers are on. Hopefully they losing, but we gonna anybody got an update on the score right now? I know y'all watching.
Hold on, let me 11-5. I mean, no, it went up 15-9 Minnesota.
I was like, we still got time to get with it, man. So we're gonna get to this game. Appreciate y'all boys. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
Peace.
We lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show.